Alrighty guys, so the live stream already happened when it comes to showcasing and informing us about on what's to come. So I just quickly kind of go over it before obviously the update goes live, and just kind of see is it going to be worth pulling for these characters. So Shimizu Akari, light type healer, they commit into that, fair enough. Basic attack, you know, she swings her axe, does light damage as per usual. Core attack, charges, penetrates the enemy and strikes down powerfully. Okay, so that's that charge that we've seen gameplay of, interesting. And then deals light damage, provides knockdown. Okay, supporting skill, guiding light. When the final hit lands, it inflicts the airborne effect. When the skill is used, grants the brilliance effect, increases damage dealt by a certain percent, increases critical hit rate of the user's basic and ultimate skill by a certain percent, and instantly restores HP equal to a certain percent of Shimizu Akari's max HP. Okay. Basic hit rate, critical hit rate of the user's basic and ultimate skill. Oh, skills. Okay, I was gonna say, is that basic attack? No, skills overall and ultimate. Okay, this could be something very nice to have potentially. I do want to see on what percentages that we're working with, but that's already a fairly decent supporting skill. And then the QTE, she inflicts airborne, activates divine flame, which increases the target's light damage taken by a certain percent. That is stackable. That's a nice way to kind of make an entrance to already get a little bit of an increased damage, so not too bad on that part. So skill 1, let's have a look. So Akari swings her axe, does a follow-up attack, and then finally does a diagonal slash. She leaps into the air with recoil and then strikes down powerfully, so that provides a knockdown. And then skill 2, when the final hit lands, it inflicts airborne and activates Holy Fire for the light team. Oh, what's this? Activates the Echo of Light effect every few seconds and charges the power gauge by a certain percent. Okay, good for the ult. Echo of Light grants a shield equal to a certain percent of Shimizu Akari's max HP. Holy Fire. What's Holy Fire for the light team? Okay, not too bad. I mean, yeah, shield at play, so max HP is something that we need to focus on. Then the ultimate, Akari gathers all the power of the sun, and after temporarily creating a annular eclipse, she splits the world. So when the skill is used, it grants the brilliance effect, increases damage dealt by 7%, increases critical hit rate and the user's of the user's basic and ultimate skill by 7%. So it's for her, not for the team. Okay, instantly restores HP equal to of Shimizu Akari's max HP. I would have preferred for this to affect the whole team. Ooh, okay. When the user uses this skill, it knocks the target and activates the Ring of Fire effect. Increases damage taken from light damage by 7%. When this effect is applied, it removes all Divine Flame effect, which can't be reapplied. When the effect ends, the user gains several instances of Divine Flame. Okay. Question is, what are these skills doing? That's what I want to know. Let's have a look. So here are the buffed up rewards. Just quickly want to throw that in there. So you can get 1 rate up ticket per character. So again, if you're like me and you've not touched any of these characters because you really didn't see the reason to actually waste your time doing this, because I mean, even with the resources, I mean, this is pretty nice, but I just couldn't be asked to do it. But now I am, since I'm getting 1 ticket per character. So easy free multi, boys. Easy free multi. Okay, so what are we working with here with these goddamn buffs? At the start of the battle, activates Truth Seeker or of Divine Flame. So when Light of Dawn is used, Devastate turns into Heavy Attack Devastate, increasing its damage. Okay, fantastic. When the user is hit while using Dash, it activates Extreme Evasion, deals damage to and inflicts stun on nearby enemies. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. When the Light of Dawn or Heavy Attack Devastate hits, they inflict the Divine Flame effect on the target. Pretty much, it's going to be working as you go into skill 2, then go into skill 1, right? And then Divine Flame, it's more to do with allowing you to do more, or the enemy to take more light damage, of course. So, okay, that's kind of like the premise of what's going on here. Going into the dupes, enhances the Truth Seeker of Divine Flame and Holy Fire effect. I mean, straight off the bat, that might be advisable since, I mean, those are the 2 additional buffs, or I guess debuffs towards the enemy. No, it'll be the buff towards us, my bad. Well, no, it'll be towards the enemy, oh my god. I mean, if we can increase the light damage towards the enemy, then yeah, I mean, that would be an easy W to go for A1. But anyway, increases user's HP by 7%, increases shield gained by light team member. Ooh, increases shield gained by light team members by a certain percent. That might be a big... I'm already seeing a huge shield play between her, Go, and Thomas. So that's kind of nice. A3 enhances Divine Flame and Ring of Fire effect. When the Divine Flame stack's maximum is reached, it activates the Ring of Fire effect. Wait, what's the Ring of Fire effect again? Oh, okay, so pretty much makes it that the light damage is applied to. Okay. Interesting. For every light team member in the party, increases light damage by 7%, increases the defense of the team member of the highest oh wow, increases the defense of the team member of the highest defense by 7%. So they're already playing up to Thomas and Go straight off the bat. Well, it'll be more towards Thomas, to be fair. And then enhances the brilliance effect. Okay, that's going to be crazy. I'm curious to see on how much, because the brilliance effect, technically, doesn't this affect not only the ultimate but also the supporting skill? Yeah, it does. Oh my god. Okay, so that A5 is going to, that low-key might just crack her in terms of her obviously benefit from her own ultimate when using her as a hunter, but then it also affects the supporting skill. So for Senjutsu, ooh, okay, that might be insane for support play. And the weapon increases the user's HP, and then when Echo of Light effect is activated on light team members, increases light damage of all team members by a % for several seconds. So, okay, it's I think it's fair to say that with Shimizu Akari, with the way that they kind of built her up, and the way I'm kind of seeing her come across, yeah, she's clearly going to be a good crazy support for the boys in particular, especially with their kits and how they work. I can see it working pretty nicely, to be fair, for them, of course. So I'm just wondering on whether or not if this was really needed for the light typing. That's my only question, because I feel like Min is still doing decently well. I mean, technically, yes, his power gauge side doesn't really affect Thomas. By the way, I'm looking at it more in the light of pun intended, Go and Thomas, because that's technically the new light team. Not to say that Chai-Yen's gone, but like you're gonna pick Thomas over Chai-Yen. Let's be real. It's just gonna happen. So she fits in with the boys quite nicely, especially with how their kit runs. So I'll give him that. I'm just really thinking whether or not if she should have been a different player. I feel like the question I'm asking myself is, would I have preferred her in the fire team? That's kind of where I'm at right now. But she seems pretty nice to have for the boys in terms of light perspective. Alright, so while we're here, let's just kind of continue on. So Beru looks, like percentage-wise, looks very underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. So the entire team critical hit rate and critical hit damage increased by 5%. I don't know what's going on. You got to keep in mind, this is a test build. We initially knew that this was going to be the passive for Beru. Then when it came to the KR and the JP livestream, they were telling us it was attack and critical hit damage. And now with the global test server that they're on, it now says critical hit rate and critical hit. I don't know what to make anymore. This is... Oh, wait, general. Wait. I'm so confused. Is he maxed? Why is that 5%? I just realized that. That just hit me. That's horrible. What? I am not going to invest that much Shadow Traces if I'm going to get 5%. What the frick? Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see. When the game drops, we'll jump on Beru and then we'll see on what's going on. Because if we're investing that many traces and this is the outcome, trash. Horrible. What the frick? Do we have any additional? Oh, when the damage of the user attack. Okay, when the user uses the skill, it activates the gluttony recovery. 0.1% of the target's HP is restored. Oh, interesting. Okay, that could be something cool. A bit of healing going on. All right, fairly interesting. Okay, so let's just quickly dive into the weapon to just kind of get everything out of the way. So this is going to be a free weapon. Light type. Hey, so basic attack, doing light damage, has airborne, core attack, light damage, has airborne, cool, and then the weapon skill prelude. When this skill hits, it inflicts airborne and paralyze effect on the target. Ooh, I've always said paralyze is really good. I've always loved it, especially on Harper. It does come in clutch. So when the user enters the stage, they gain the foxtail effect. Increases the critical hit rate and critical hit damage of the light basic skill by a certain percent. It's stackable. This effect is removed when the user uses... wait, what? When the user uses as a light basic skill? Okay, so when we use the skill itself. When the user uses Prelude, they gain 1 stack of Foxtail. If the user successfully evades when charging this skill, activate Extreme Evasion. Okay, what? Okay, right, sorry, I was kind of misunderstanding it at first, but okay, so it's fairly simple with the crit rate and critical hit damage. We can stack that up. When it's removed, we get our we get our skill like automatically at the ready. By using the skill itself, we gain 1 Foxtail, and then of course if we just evade, we get Extreme Evasion. Okay, I don't know why they say if you evade, you get Extreme Evasion. That's kind of like, we understand that already. Anyway, so going furthermore into the dupes, which we will be able to do as in a free-to-play manner. So when the user uses Prelude, it inflicts the golden wound effect on the target. When attacking the target, increases the user's light damage by a certain percent and recovers a certain amount of HP. Being hit by a light attack removes this effect. Ooh, okay. Interesting, so we've got a healing weapon. Don't think we've ever seen anything like that. Okay. A2, increase the user's light damage, that's kind of standard. And then going into A3, when Extreme Evasion is activated while the user uses Prelude, gain 1 stack of Foxtail effect and a shield equal to the user's max HP. Okay, this is I mean, yeah, this is a nice addition. Get the shield plate going in. And then we decrease the skill, that's typical. And then A5, when the user uses Prelude, the skill immediately charges when the enemies are within a range. When only light weapons are equipped, increases the light damage and attack by a certain percent. Further enhances the Foxtail effect. Okay, honestly, the A5 low-key kind of saved it, because it was low-key kind of looking really mid. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like, okay, when is it gonna get good? That A5 low-key kind of saved it for it to be actually something good, for specifically a light combination between 2 light weapons. On paper, it's not sounding... I mean, on top of that, I do want to see what the crit play is going to be in terms of the final result in the... well, what the initial percentage play would be to then what would the A5 percentage play would be, you know? But outside of that, that's kind of the only... yeah, that's kind of the only thing that I'm really seeing. In terms of DPS, I will say that the Guild Spear is looking far more feasible, if that's what you're wanting. This weapon, on the other hand, it's more of a defensive stance with like the shield play, the healing, and then obviously once you get to that A5 mark, I think that's when we'll kind of see some good damage. I don't know, that's on paper, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Then again, if they initially start off with a good percentage buff for the crit rate and crit hit damage that we can stack up, then okay, that might be a bit of a W for the weapon itself to actually early on do well and build up to be an amazing weapon. But I feel like for DPS right now, the guild weapon right now is looking pretty good. But it's a free-to-play weapon, so regardless of whether it being bad, good, mid, it's a free weapon. Get it maxed out. It is what it is, right? So we've got a new job change, which is cool. We already knew about this, so I just quickly want to go over this. It is okay. So I just wanted to double check to see if this was real, and it does translate to say a cooperation raid. So this will be interesting to see. What the hell's if? Huh? IF? Nani? Okay, so I think for the most part, there's a new job change happening in June. There's a new job change happening in April. There's a new job change happening in March. Global Championship registration? No? Oh, right, no, so we're getting the tournament too that KR had. Cool, we'll take those. And then the only code that I believe we haven't used when it comes to the global live stream is ONYOURBERUBEST. Yes, so this is the only new code. This we already know of. If you guys haven't entered any of these codes, you guys can, but if you've been staying on top of with what's been happening with the previous live stream, yeah, all of these codes we've gotten from the KR and the JP live stream. So the only new code is this bottom one right here. So if you guys want to enter that and get yourself an extra 1k essence, please do so. Damn, they really gave out a ton of essence this time. What the frick is going on? Okay, interesting. Just when I thought we were going to get even more essence, so the final code that I have to submit for, of course, I can give out 1,000 essence. how much essence have they given out this time round? What is going on? So yeah, again, to everyone that supports me, I do appreciate it. Once I get the code, because you damn straight I'm going to be submitting it ASAP, I'll send it out to all my supporters as per usual. Again, to all my supporters out there, make sure to enter the giveaways that I do. You can win 3 things. Simple as that. Alright, you guys. Another 1k essence. Damn. Alright, so, yeah, so the weapon, it's free, so we can work on that quite nicely. Beru, they are committing to the critical hit rate, critical hit damage, I just found out, so that's going to be unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more of a higher percentage, but 5% across the board for both critical hit damage and rate. Okay, we'll see. And then when it comes to Akari, I'm going to be honest, I feel like it might be a skip, to be honest, boys, if I'm being completely honest. In terms of going heavy on Thomas, where light typing is right now, I don't think Akari is going to be a chase character. You can quite comfortably leave her for a later time and get her through the general pickup when she drops, which would be in not in the next update, but in the update after. She should be in the general banner. I think that might be the route to kind of go about getting her, unless there's a bigger picture at play here between her and the 2 boys. Then I mean, at the very least, A1 will be more than sufficient enough, so that way you can boost your 2 buffs, of course. But well, Divine Flame is technically a debuff, but yeah, yeah, just it being the follow-up character, and me knowing how crazy how much people have gone to get Thomas and to really dupe him out. Yeah, Min is still, he'll do just as fine. I think breathing room wise, from that perspective, yeah, she might be worth to maybe do a custom draw pickup at a later time. No rush for now. So if you want to build up, save up, then you can do so, because I understand that with what's to come next. Because I don't know if light support is something that we desperately are in need right now. Although it's a nice little addition for the boys. So on paper right now, from what I'm seeing, I'm not really seen as much of a chase character. It's more of a breathing room character, which is a W. But when she drops, obviously I'll get my hands on her. I don't even know how to do, so I'm going to go for her, boys. I kind of want to max her out just to see on how to what extent that brilliance buff, how far it can go to. But yeah, when it comes to the female Escanor, yeah, I don't know. I think this one is more of a breathing room character than it is of a chase character, or even need to get an initial copy character. To be fair, I feel like custom draw is more than sufficient enough in January or February at the very least for when she'll be available. So anyway, when she drops, we'll further test her out and see what's going down, what's going on with her and the boys. But outside of that, yeah, not much going on this time around.